Alrighty guys, what is going on? It is JT Bricks here, back from the LEGO Star Wars video here today, and today we'll be doing my top 10 most wanted LEGO Star Wars sets of all time. This is a video that I came up with recently as far as ideas go, and honestly I think it's going to be a fun video. I do own many LEGO Star Wars sets, but I'm not that old. I'm only 17, so there's a lot of sets but from back earlier in the day that I missed out on, and there's some sets that I actually could have gotten when I was younger, but I ended up not getting, which was really dumb of me. There's some sets out there that were really nice that I wanted, but I just didn't want enough, and I ended up not getting them, and I really missed out on those. And there's some other sets that I was just too young to get. I was 3 years old when some sets came out, and some sets came before I was even born, and obviously I could not get those at all. And there's just a lot of cool LEGO Star Wars sets out there that are really neat, and sets that I would really like to have in my collection today. So let's go over my top 10 most wanted LEGO Star Wars sets. Alrighty, so to start things out, at the number 10 spot, I have set number 7679, which is the Republic fighter tank from 2008. This set retailed for $50 and had 2 minifigs. I do have the new one back there somewhere, but either way, what I really love about this model is that its size. I mean, it's not very realistic or accurate, I guess you could say, but I feel like the size of this model is really awesome. Only came with 2 minifigs, a couple of clones, which isn't really too interesting, but still kind of a nice little addition there, minifigs. And overall, it's a solid set. It was $50, a little bit pricey, but for its size, I mean, it works well. I mean, if you put the new one for $50, that's complete robbery. But considering its size, yeah, it's inaccurate, but at $50, a couple of decent minifigs, I mean, it's a pretty nice set, and it's one of the sets that I would love to have in my collection today. Coming in at the number 9 spot, I have set number 7261, which is the clone turbo tank from 2005. This retailed for $90 and had so many minifigs. For $90, that's an awesome deal. The clone turbo tank prices are going up, and the builds are getting smaller and smaller. So that set back in the day, a long time ago, $90, huge, great build of a turbo tank, and so many clones and minifigs. You had Mace Windu, like 4 or 5 different clones, a couple of battle droids. Really just a great deal there. An ultimate set where you got really everything you wanted in there. Really just a wonderful set. I mean, you got everything you wanted. Like I said, all sorts of different clones, I think there was like a shock trooper, maybe a commander, There was the set with the light up Mace Windu lightsaber too, which is kind of neat, I guess. That's different. But other than that, really just an all-around great set, and maybe, not the most accurate or pretty looking turbo tank, but maybe one of the best ones due to its size and just the set in general being such a great deal. At spot number 8, I have set number 7615, which is the Clone Troopers Battle Pack from 2007. $10, 4 clones, Phase 2, the old look. You really can't get better than that. All 4 different clones. One's a shock trooper, one's a normal. 2 of them might be normals, I think, and the other one's a commander. Just a great deal back in the day. I mean, the prices were unbeatable. The sets are pretty solid. I mean, yeah, the old Clone Troopers, they're a little bit primitive compared to the new ones we get today, like the 501st Battle Packs. The 501st Battle Packs, $30. You do get 4 awesome, very well done clones, an AT-RT, a speeder, and 2 droids. So it's a great deal in my opinion, but for $10 back in the day for a speeder, I think a little turret emplacement, and 4 clones, you really can't beat that either. 2 great deals, but the 2007 one was awesome. That's a set that my cousin had, and I remember he had his little clone army. It was a lot of fun, but that is an awesome set there, coming in at the number 8 spot. At spot number 7, we have set number 7914, which is the Mandalorian Battle Pack from back in 2011. $13 for Mandalorian Death Watch Troopers. What's funny is that this came out in 2011. I was 8 years old at the time, so LEGO was like the big thing. I was really into it as a kid. I still am now, but that's like the prime me, going out looking for Legos all the time. I still am now, like I said, but man, that was it was my opportunity there to get a bunch of Legos from old sets from back then. That's right when I really started to get into Lego and stuff like that, especially Lego Star Wars. But funnily enough, I don't pick up this set. I just wasn't that interested in back then, and I'm still not like super interested in it now. It's a great set. I do have the new Mandalorian Battle Pack, and what I love about this, the old one, is that kind of the uniformity of the Mandalorians. They're all Death Watch, they're all the same color scheme, whereas the new one, they're all kind of like rainbow all around, all over the place, and it's a great set, don't get me wrong. And I have multiple of them saved up, but sealed. But the old one is it's so classic, it's wonderful, it's a really great set. I mean, you get a couple of nice builds in there with the speeder and the turret, and you get 4 solid Mandalorians. Imagine if I had like 5 of those back in the day. That would have been awesome, and they're super expensive today sealed, so would have been a great investment, I guess. And regardless, it's a really cool set. I really could have picked this one up. It was right there, right on the shelves of Toys R Us where I used to go, maybe Target even, all those places, and unfortunately I just passed by, so really bummed out by my decisions back in the day doing that, but still, awesome set. At the number 6 spot, I have set number 7964, which is the Republic Frigate from 2011. Again, another set right in my alley that I could have purchased. One of my friends actually at his birthday party got it, and we built it with him there. It was a really awesome set. The Republic Frigate is awesome. I think that's the last time we've gotten a Republic frigate, so hopefully LEGO makes a new one. But that was a great set. It was a really big model, really well made and produced. Had great minifigures. Came with Yoda, the Clone Wars Yoda, which is, you know, whatever. It came with Commander Wolf, Wolfpack Trooper in Phase 1, 2 great minifigures there. 2 Jedi, Quinlan Boss and F. Koth, I believe. Great minifigures there. I mean, yeah, they had their Clone Wars looks, which some people don't like. I thought it was fine, but either way, great minifigures, a great set. It was $120, so one of the more pricey sets so far, but still an excellent model set. I could have got, I mean, I was young. I would have been 8 years old to build a pretty decent sized set, but we built it at my friend's birthday party, so I definitely could have done it. So, and I also bought the Malevolence the next year, which is, I think, bigger in terms of piece count than that, so around the same size. So I definitely could have built it, I definitely could have got it, but I just didn't jump the gun, and I wish I did. You know, what a wonderful set that was. And finally hitting the top 5, at set number 5, we have set number 9500, which is the Sith Fury class Interceptor. This came out in 2012. Again, another set that was it was in range that I could have bought. I passed up though. It was $90. Came with only 3 minifigs, but the minifigs were awesome. You had 2 Sith Troopers and Darth Malgus. Awesome set. My friend actually also got this for his birthday that year, and it was a wonderful set. It was a great build. It was really cool. I really love the minifigures were nice, you know, like I said, but I really love about that set is definitely the ship and the build. It's awesome. It's like a TIE fighter kind of shuttle mix, all this kind of stuff, and it looks awesome. I got other Old Republic sets that year. I got the Battle Pack. I got the Starfighter. But I did not get that set, and that's definitely probably the best set, and of course I passed up on it. What an awesome set that would have been. Again, that's another set I would love to have in my collection. That's spot number 4. I have set number 7662, which is the Trade Federation MTT from 2007. What an awesome set that was. I mean, seriously, it's $100, 21 minifigs, I guess. I mean, I guess some people are kind of iffy about counting droids as minifigs, but 21 battle droids in a set, I mean, that is awesome. The MTT is also huge compared to the newer MTTs. Everything seems getting smaller, right? You know, and the old MTT was big. It was like a real tank, you know, an absolute monster. One of my friends has that. And 21 droids, I mean, that's an awesome deal. Imagine if we got 2 or 3 of those. We would have had, you know, 63 droids, 3 huge MTTs. It would have been awesome for a Separatist Army collection or that kind of thing. Still just an awesome set in general. One that I have a lot of nostalgia of for my friends and my cousins and stuff, because I think they had, I know my friend had, at least one of my cousins might have, but just the set in general, just seeing the picture, seeing what it looks like, looking at it, it's just a lot of nostalgia and brings me back to older days of LEGO Star Wars, which were fun. And it's just a great set in general, and it's one that, I was 4 years old when it came out, so really there was no chance I was going to ask that for a birthday present or something like that, or even get close to building it, but still, it's a cool set and one that I would love to see in my collection one day. Moving into the top 3 now, at set number 3, we have set number 10026, which is the UCS Naboo Starfighter. Some people don't like this set, some people don't think it's a UCS set, which I can see why. I mean, it's really small. It's basically like just a generic set. It was only $40 back in the day, in fact. Didn't come with any minifigs. It came with like the head of an R2-D2. And one of my neighbors, actually, my friend's neighbor kid, he actually had this set, and what I like about it is just such a pretty model. It came out in 2002, before I was born. And I just love the chrome pieces and how it looks. I mean, the Starfighter itself is already pretty and a very nice looking ship, but in LEGO form it looks great again. And again, those chrome pieces are really neat, really unique, something that's kind of a one-of-a-kind thing that you never see ever again, really, from LEGO. You know, they're not going to make that ever again. So to see that is really awesome, and it's a set that I would love to have in my collection. Not a really big set, again. It's a UCS set, but some people are kind of iffy on if it really is a UCS set, but still a really cool one just because of those chrome pieces and its design in general. So that would be an awesome set to have in my collection. Set number 2, we have set number 7153, which is the Jango Fett Slave 1 from 2002. I'm gonna be honest here, it's not a very pretty looking model, not a very pretty looking ship, but it's Jango Fett Slave 1. Boba Fett Slave 1, the models they've made the past few years are just absolutely fantastic. They look wonderful. And the last time they made a Jango Fett Slave 1, 2002, when this set came out, it was $50 too, and 2 minifigs, obviously being Boba and Jango Fett, their old styles. For $50, just getting a Slave 1 is awesome. It's a great deal. It was Jango Fett Slave 1, but still, I think that the blue looks fine on it. I think both Slave 1 models look fine. Obviously, they haven't released a Jango Fett Slave 1 since, and it's really a bummer, because I feel like if they made one like in 2021, it would look so good. So, ultimately, I guess what I'm getting to is that I want a Jango Fett Slave 1 in my collection, and the last one was in 2002. It's really outdated, doesn't look that good, but still, I just think the color scheme and the Slave 1 in general is a really cool set for Jango Fett and all that. The Boba Fett one, like I said, the stuff they produced with Boba Fett is absolutely amazing. It looks wonderful. Everything they've produced, the 20th anniversary of the UCS Slave ones are absolutely incredible. Just do that with Jango Fett now, you know what I'm saying? So, really awesome set. That would be an awesome set to have in my collection. Finally, at number 1, to me, I feel like kind of a surprise, not really like typical. I mean, I feel like a lot of people want this set, but it's not like usually the number 1 of the list. Like some person might put an ATTE or a gunship or their dropship with ATOT. You know, that's I feel like what's more typical with people and what they want, you know, in their collections. But for me, it definitely has to be set number 10143, the Death Star 2 from 2005, the UCS Death Star 2. $270, so it was expensive, but man, that set is beautiful. Like 2,500 pieces, I think, something like that, maybe a little bit more, a little bit less, but man, it's just a beautiful set. It's not like the typical playset Death Star, which is opened up and, you know, it's all over the place. You know, you need a lot of minifigs, you know. This set doesn't come with any minifigs, but, you know, it's just the Death Star, and it looks wonderful. The little laser beam coming out is awesome. The look of the Death Star 2, where it's not fully complete, is awesome. That makes it look a lot better. You know, if they just really made a Death Star like with a circle, it'd be neat, but I feel like the Death Star 2 definitely lends itself much better to a UCS set with the way it's built and just the architecture of it. It just is such a pretty set and pretty modern. It would be awesome to have like back over there on the table or something like that. Great for display. Really awesome set. Came out a while ago. Obviously, they haven't released any Death Star 2 stuff since, which is a little bit unfortunate. You know, it's kind of a one-of-a-kind thing. Maybe they'll release one in the future, maybe 5 years from now, maybe next year, who knows. But still a really cool set, and nevertheless, it's one that I think would be my most wanted set in my collection. Anyways, guys, all things considered, those are my top 10 most wanted LEGO Star Wars sets for my collection. If you guys agree or disagree with my list, let me know in the comments, and I will see you all next time on JT Bricks. Make sure to like and subscribe. Have a good day.